Good afternoon.
How are you?
Fine.
Priyanka. Yes. How are you, Priyanka?
I'm fine.
Okay, good.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Shaurya.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Fine.
So, hello everyone. Good evening to all. I hope you all are doing well. So, as we all know that Lalaji's birthday anniversary has been concluded. So, we thought why not to have a little celebration for our young ones. In fact, this session is for everyone 6 years and onward. So, without further ado, let's start our session. But we'll start our session with something that Lalaji gifted us with. Can anyone guess what it is?
Meditation.
Meditation. Yes, that's the right answer. So we'll start our session with relaxation followed by meditation. Are we all ready? So Prapan answered that we are going to begin. Lalaji gifted us with heartfulness. So let's start our session. Okay, sit comfortably. Make yourself comfortable. Shake your hands. Shake, shake, shake. Yes. Keep them on your thighs or on the chair. Gently close your eyes. Now, take 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Inhale and fill your stomach with air like a balloon. Now exhale. Let all the air come out from the stomach. Inhale. Fill your stomach like a balloon. Fill it with the air like a balloon. And exhale. Inhale once again. And exhale. Now slowly take your attention to your toes. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle, wiggle. And let them loose. Now, feel the healing energy from the Mother Earth. It is talking to you. Feel its tingling sensation. It wants to enter into your body. Allow it. Let it enter into your feet, ankles, calf muscles, knees, thighs, buttocks, and waist. Your legs are totally relaxed. Feel how light they are. Now take your attention to your back. The healing energy is moving up from the tip of the tailbone through your backbone and spreading in your whole back like showers. Your back is totally relaxed. Relax your stomach and your chest. Loosen your shoulders. Let all the stress melt away from the shoulders. This healing energy is moving through your upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrist, right up to your fingertips. Your arms are totally relaxed. Now slowly take your awareness to your neck. The energy is moving up from the chin, jawline, mouth, nose, eyes, ears, your cheeks. Feel that tingling sensation in your cheeks. It is moving to your forehead and to the top of your head. Now your whole body is totally relaxed. Let it loose. Now slowly take your awareness to your heart. Observe your heart. Observe it like you're observing the sky. Now mentally repeat the prayer when I'll say it verbally. O Master, Thou art the real goal of human life. We are yet but slaves of wishes, putting bar to our advancement. Thou art the only God in power to bring us up to that stage. हे नाथ, तू ही मनुष्य जीवन का वास्तविक ध्येय है। हम अपनी इच्छाओं के गुलाम हैं, जो हमारी उन्नति में बाधक है। तू ही वह एकमात्र ईश्वर एवं शक्ति है, जो हमें उस लक्ष्य तक ले चल सकता है। Let the meaning behind the words come to you. प्रेयर के वर्ड्स के मीनिंग को फील करें. Now, we are going to stay like this for a while silently. कुछ सेकंड्स के लिए हम इसी तरह बैठेंगे. Keep observing your heart. Now, rub your both the hands. Rub it till you start feeling the heat between your palms. Now put it on your eyes and your whole face. Now slowly, very, very gently, open your eyes. Do not rush, do not move. Observe how you're feeling right now. कैसा फील कर रहे हैं आप, उसको ऑब्जर्व करें. If you have diary and pen with you, it's okay. You can write in it. Otherwise, observe how you're feeling. Good, bad, heavy, or light. You feel like crying, or you feel like laughing. Are you feeling so light like a big cloud? Or like a balloon, big balloon? Just write it down in your diary. Or you may even draw it. Please share in the chat box how are you feeling. See, then I drew. This is how I'm feeling. My heart is glowing. It's glowing with the light. So, Gauri shared she felt like a balloon and she's feeling happy. Priyanka feels relaxed and Shaurya is feeling lighter. So thank you for your response. Now, when we are done with the relaxation and now we are feeling light, let's move on to the another session. That is who he was, who Lalaji was. And for that, let us invite Priyanka Didi. Hello, Priyanka Didi.
Hi, Rati. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to see all of you. And I'm so happy to see that we have switched on our cameras. I'm feeling so connected with all of you here. So welcome to today's session. And I promise you it's going to be a lot of fun because we are going to be playing some games. We'll be watching some videos from Lalaji's movie. Yeah. And we'll be listening about him. We'll be learning about how Lalaji was when he was a baby. Isn't it? But before we start that, I was thinking, let's do a fun activity of changing our names. So I can see that we have Priyanka, we have Gauri, we have Shaurya, we have Prapanna, we have Vandana. But these are all very serious names, right? Real names. So can we rename ourselves as our nicknames, like what mom and dad call us at home? Can we do that?
Sure.
So my name is Priyanka. Also, I know there's another Priyanka in our group here, but my mom, she calls me Pallu. So that's my pet name. So I'm going to rename myself as Pallu. And I've done this activity with lots of children so many times, but it's always fun to rename ourselves. I feel like it's such a fun activity. So I can see Punnu. Hi, Punnu. So in this whole session now, this entire session, we'll be calling each other by our pet names. Okay. We have Prapu. I see that, okay, some of us haven't changed. So I'll give you like a few seconds to do that. But in the meantime, can we think about what was Lalaji's pet name? Now we know that we are here for him, right? We are here to learn and know more about him. So what was Lalaji's pet name? Can somebody guess? Or does somebody already know?
So Prapu shared that the nickname of Lalaji was Puthu.
Puthu. Okay.
So is it right?
Well, we'll know very soon. Are we ready to see the answer? Let's see if Prapu is correct. So I'm going to share the screen now and the answer is going to flash on your screen. What was it? His pet name was Puthu. And all of you are right who guessed it. And his mom and dad used to call him Puthu. Pyar se, with love. They used to call him Puthu. And look, that's his dad. So Lalaji's dad's name was Chaudhry Harbaksh Rai. And he was a landlord. Landlord means he had a lot of land. He owned a lot of land. And can you see they're dressed so nicely? He's wearing such a nice jacket. He's wearing a pearl necklace. He's wearing a nice headgear. So that means they were from a very well-to-do family. They had enough. They had a lot of good things. Right? And he had a government job also. So he used to work as a superintendent in the octroi post. They used to collect money, very serious job, okay? And it was a very respectable job also. So everybody respected him a lot. And he was very good in his job because he had been awarded many certificates from the government. And those certificates were praising him for his ability to work and work very well. So that is Chaudhry Harbaksh Rai, Lalaji's father. And look here in this picture. That is Lalaji's mom. So you can see here, she's sitting and she is drowned in the prayer. She's feeling so immersed in the prayer, which she always used to do. She used to sing the Ram Chitra Manas every day. And she just didn't sing it like this. Oh, I have to do it, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to sing the Ram Chitra Manas now. Not without feeling. Every word when she used to pray used to be filled with a lot of feeling. And she used to go in a state of samadhi. So in this picture, you can see the sage is sitting and he's singing the verses of Saint Kabir. And look at her. She's completely drowned in listening to him. And in this instant, she actually went into a deep state of samadhi while listening to him. So Lalaji's mom was a very pure-hearted and a very pious woman. And the year was 1857. What year is it now? Which year is it now, everyone?
22.
2022. And this was way back in 1857. That is how many years ago? More than 150 years ago, nearly 150 years ago, this happened. And as you can see, long ago, there were no bikes, there were no cars, there was definitely no internet, right? And look how they used to travel from one place to another. They used to travel by horses. See, they had there was a horse. You can see Lalaji's father is sitting on a horse. He's riding a horse. And can you see there is a red color palanquin, also known as a palki. And all the women used to sit inside the palki. It was like a nice house. They used to sit inside the house and people used to carry the palki. What else do we see in this picture? Ratu Didi will tell me what you guys are typing in the chat box. And let me see who can type the most and the fastest. I know you all are very fast in this. You all can see and type really, really fast. And how good are the observation skills of these children?
So Punu is sharing that she can see furniture, house card.
Yeah,
Prapu is sharing bullock cart.
that's right. There's a bullock cart loaded with things, right? There can be furniture in it, boxes of lots of nice, lovely things that are in the house. What else?
Punu is also sharing women.
Yes. So we can see that they had a lot of house help, lot of people to help them around the house. So you can see they had people to carry the palkis and they had women helpers too to help in the house. They are walking behind. Very good. One more thing in the picture that nobody has mentioned as yet. What do you think that is?
Priyanka?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking to the other Priyanka. Priyanka, I think you're a co-host.
No, ma'am.
No. So are you recording the session?
No, ma'am. गलती से दब गया.
Okay, कोई बात नहीं. अब try करना ना हो. Thank you.
Okay, so I see a big house also in the background. Can you see? Far away in the picture, there is a house. So these are all the things that Lalaji's mom and dad had. They had a big house to stay in. They had horses to ride on. They had servants. They had bullock carts to carry so many things that they owned. So you can see that they were really well-to-do, right? But there was one thing that they didn't have. And that made them very, very, very sad. And that was that they didn't have a baby to call their own. They're like, we have such a big house, but we want a baby of their own, our own to play with. So that made them very sad. Now, one day, something different, something amazing happened that changed everything. Do you want to know what that was? Yeah? Show me a thumbs up if you want to know. Okay, let's find out what was that. Look at this. One day, an avdut came knocking on the door. Knock, 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 knock. Now, can you see in this picture, this person wearing a green hat, he's the avdut. The skull cap, he's the avdut. Avduts are wandering sages. Now, he came to the house. Nobody had ever seen him before. It was the first time he was seen in the neighborhood, And he came and knocked on Lalaji's door. Lalaji's mom opened the door and she greeted him with a lot of respect and invited him inside and offered him food that was made in the house. There were puris made, there was sabzi made, there were other sweet things made, and she offered it to him. But before he could even eat that, he looked up at her and he asked for something. He said, do you have some fish in the house? He says, Ghar mein machli hai. And Lalaji's mom was a vegetarian. That means she never ate anything non-veg. So obviously she didn't have fish in the house, and that was very worrying. She was so worried. She's like, "Oh, he's asking for something I don't have. What do I do?" And she prayed to God. And at that moment, when she didn't know what to do, she did a silent prayer to God. And she said, "Oh Lord, I am your disciple and I'm in a fix and I surrender to you. I don't know what to do. Help me out here." And help came through the housemaid. So you can see this auntie behind, she's standing with a blue sari. She used to help around the house and she was watching all this. And suddenly she had an idea. She said, "Oh, you know, the Nawab of Shamshabad has sent nice cooked fish and it's lying in the guest house. I'll quickly run and get it." And she ran to the guest house and she got the fish. And the Avdut was served with nice, yummy fish within minutes. And he sat and he ate the fish and he felt very happy and very satisfied. So if you look very carefully in the picture, he's eating and he's got a little tiny smile on his face. Can you see that? If you see really closely, he's very happy with the kind of service and respect he got in the house. And just when he was leaving, he asked Lalaji's mom, and he looked at her and he said, "You look sad. Is there any problem, my dear daughter? Why are you looking so sad?" Now, Lalaji's mom did not say anything. She just looked sad. And at this time, again, the housemaid came and helped. She quickly said, that my dear mistress, she has everything. My Malkin, she used to call her Malkin. She says, "My Malkin has everything. But she really wishes for a baby. So can you please bless her with the child?" And the Avdut looked at her and granted that wish. So he just nodded and he went out. He raised his right hand and he looked up in the sky and he said, "Allahu Akbar." And then he said, "Ek, do, ek, do, ek, do." And he said that and he went away. And he was never seen again. Nobody ever saw him again. And what happened? After exactly 10 months, on the 2nd of February, 1873, Lalaji was born. And you can see what was his real name. Now we know his pet name was Puthu. But what was the name that his parents gave him? So his full name was Ramchandra. And we all call him, what do we call him? Can anybody tell me? Ramchandraji Maharaj of Fatehgarh. And why do we say Fatehgarh? What has Fatehgarh to do in this? Where is all this story happening? It's happening in Fatehgarh, right? He was born in Fatehgarh. And that's why we call him Ramchandraji of Fatehgarh. And another 2 years later, his brother was born. Because if you remember, what did the Avdut say? The Avdut said, "Ek, ek, ek." Or did he say, "Ek, do, ek, do"? And that is why he had a younger brother. And they had 2 children. His younger brother's name was Raghuveer Dayal and he was born on 7th October 1874. 5. And look here, in this picture, what's happening? Now, we all know that Lalaji's mom loved to sing the Ramcharitra Manas. And whenever she used to sing the Ramcharitra Manas, as we said before, she used to go very deep into it and she used to feel the words. And sometimes she used to cry because the words used to really touch her. She used to cry. And look, both of them are sitting and they're also listening to her. And are they smiling? They're also crying. So one day, Lalaji's mom asked him, she said, Puthu beta, why are you crying? Do you understand the Ramcharitra Manas that I'm reading? Now, what is Ramcharitra Manas? It's the story of Lord Ram. And it's written in a very beautiful poem form. So Lalaji said that, no, we are crying because you are crying. We don't understand, but we are crying because you are crying. And she used to laugh at that, and then she used to very lovingly wipe their tears. And she had a very beautiful, melodious voice. She used to sing very, very nicely. So do we want to listen to her singing? Would you like to do that? Yeah. And this time, close your eyes and listen to the song and try to feel the words and see how they make you feel. So after that, I'll ask you that how did it make you feel? And this is a clipping that I'm going to show you, which has been taken from the movie. So there is a movie also on Lalaji Maharaj's life. It is called The Life of Lalaji Maharaj. And this is what I'm going to show you is from that movie, a small clip from that movie. So you will see Lalaji's mom sitting and singing over here. Okay, so are we ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Okay, great. I can see the thumbs up. Great, awesome.
बैठारी आसन आरती करी निरख बरु सुख पावही बनी बसन भूषण भूरी मारही नारी मंगल गावही ब्रह्मादि सुर पर विप्र वेश बनाई कौतुक देखहि अवलोकि रघुकुल कमल रवि छवि सुफल जीवन लेखहि.
So, did you enjoy that? Can you write down in the chat box so that I can see? Now that I'm not sharing screen, I can see the chat box. How did it feel? It made me feel very peaceful. And every time when I hear this, I've heard it many times. Every time I heard it, I feel the same. I enjoy it every time. I felt very calm and peaceful. Punu says, felt lovely. That's nice. Really good. So, should we continue the story now? Yeah? So, let's see what happened next. Now, this slide makes me feel very sad. This picture, can you see? Because when Lalaji was 7 years old, Lalaji's mom passed away. And his dad was sad, but he took up the responsibility of being their mother also. And he spent a lot of time with both of them, with Puthu, and his younger brother's name was Nanhe. So they used to call Puthu and Nanhe. So he used to spend a lot of time, and they used to go for morning and evening walks. And in those walks, he used to tell them stories. And Lalaji, even when he grew up, Lalaji remembered those stories. And he said that, oh, those stories that my father used to tell me, They were so good. They were so educational. And they also helped me improve my memory. So Lalaji felt like this time that he spent with his father was very valuable. And we all like stories, right? Even when we grow up, we all love listening to stories because stories teach us so many things. And they had a nanny. So you can see over here, this nanny, she's feeding Lalaji's younger brother. Nanny is somebody who helps to take care of the children. And there also, Lalaji is also sitting and eating. Now, before we get into what Lalaji is eating, which I'm sure is healthy food, I want to know, what do all of us over here eat? What is our favorite food? So I want to know a little bit more about all of you here. So can you quickly run, go to the kitchen and get me your favorite vegetable? Not favorite junk food. Okay, so no pizzas, no anything else, but your favorite healthy vegetable. Can you do that? My favorite vegetable, I'll tell you what it is later. First, I want to see what all of you have gotten. And if you don't have your favorite vegetable at home, don't worry. You can just, you can draw it and then show it to us. Okay. So do you want to know what is my favorite vegetable? My favorite vegetable is potato. And I like potato so much that you give me potato in everything. You put anything, put potato and I'll eat. So you give potato, you put carrot. Okay. Ratu likes carrot. Carrot is very good for the eyes. Keeps your eyes sharp. That's really nice.
So Vandana is sharing, she likes ladyfinger.
Ladyfinger. I know, even as a child, even my ladyfinger was, I used to really like ladyfinger. Vandana.
Oh, okay.
So what does Prapu have? I can't see what Prapu has. The Deepika, what is it? Can you hold it up? Oh, broccoli. Wow. Just yesterday, I made broccoli cheese balls and they tasted really nice. So yeah, broccoli is also very good. It's very good for immunity. Vandana, what did you have, sweetie? I didn't see. Can you show it to us, or did you get something? Oh, Vandana has already said ladyfinger. Okay, great. Sorry about that. Oh, is that potato, Priyanka? Is that potato? Nice.
So Vandana is drawing.
Vandana is drawing also. Okay, great. Potato is, I think, a lot of us favorite, isn't it? Like French fries are made out of potato.
Yes.
We all like potato a lot.
Definitely. Potato is something all-time favorite.
Yes.
So you should have asked everyone what is the most favorite vegetable other than potato.
Other than potato, yes. Okay, so should we move on with the story? Should we know? Are we curious to know what was Lalaji's favorite vegetable? I can see Punnu has her hand raised.
So Parth also shared something. Parth, would you like to show us your favorite vegetable? Okay.
Yes, Prapu's waving his hand. He wants to say something.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, Lalaji's favorite food was Arabi.
He says Arabi. Prapu says Arabi. Okay, Deepika okra. Okay.
Oh, okay. So he's Parth. Deepika is Parth.
Oh, Deepika is Parth. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So Parth says it's okra. Let's see. Okay, let's see. What was Lalaji's favorite vegetable. So Prapu was correct. His favorite vegetable was arbi, which is also called colocasia. It looks like aloo, but it is arbi, and he really loved it. It was his favorite vegetable, and I'm guessing that's what he's eating in that picture that I showed you. And I'll tell you one interesting thing. Okay, Lalaji, obviously, when we are children, we don't drink coffee, we don't drink tea, isn't it? Babies don't drink. All of us, I mean, all of you guys should not be drinking tea and coffee. But one thing about Lalaji was that even when he grew up, he never had any tea and any coffee. He did not like it. And sometimes he also used to like eating kachoris. That also he liked a lot. That was also his favorite. So, what else did Lalaji like? He loved to study. So over here you can see he's sitting at home. So he was homeschooled for, even when he grew up, for a very long time, he was homeschooled. And that's his teacher. The teacher used to come home. Lalaji never used to go to school. And his teacher has come, and his teacher is teaching him Persian and Urdu. So many different languages. Lalaji also knew English very well. Lalaji spoke in Hindi also. So Lalaji knew so many languages. And finally, when Lalaji became 10 years old, he went to school. So I went to school when I was 3.5, right? All of us have gone to school earlier, right? We go to nursery, we go to upper KG, LKG. Lalaji went to school when he was 10 years old. So he was quite grown up by the time he went to school. So you can see over here, this was his first time in school, and the name of his school was Mission High School. And over there, he heard a lot of stories about Jesus Christ. So his teachers used to tell them a lot of stories about Jesus Christ, and he was very inspired by all the lovely things and all the lovely teachings of Jesus Christ. So in this picture, you can see he's thinking about Jesus Christ. And what else happened when he was in school? What is happening in this picture? He got married when he was still in school. Now remember, this doesn't happen in today's day, right? Today's day, we can't get married when we are still in school. But in those days, it was allowed and it used to happen. It was very common to get married when you are so young. And when Lalaji got married, when he grew up, he's written it in his autobiography that I don't even remember. I don't remember my wedding because he was so small that he has forgotten that memory. It happened so long ago. So would you like to see one more video from the movie? And this video is about Lalaji when he was a baby, right after he got married. Okay, so let's quickly see this video. It's a very cute video. So here you can see this little girl who's sitting and praying. She is Lalaji's wife. Can you see how young she is?
मानुष करनी मोर कछु आहाई.
And that is Lalaji. That actor is Lalaji.
चलो हम मंदिर चलते हैं.
नहीं नहीं, मैं नहीं आने वाली.
क्यों?
आप इतनी जोर से चलते हैं, मुझे आपके पीछे दौड़ना पड़ता है. ये क्या तरीका है मंदिर जाने का?
ठीक है, हम आहिस्ता चलेंगे.
नहीं नहीं, मैं नहीं आने वाली.
देखिए, इतना गुस्सा ठीक नहीं. याद है ब्रह्मानंद स्वामी जी क्या कहते हैं?
क्या कहते हैं?
क्रोध बुद्धि को नष्ट करता है, समझी?
ठीक है, मैं आती हूँ. चलिए, मगर आहिस्ता.
So that was a cute clipping from the movie. Okay, now not all days are the same, right? Some days are happy, some days are sad. And in Lalaji's life also the same thing happened. So when he grew up, his father passed away. So in this next picture, you can see that his father passed away. And when his father passed away, they also lost all their belongings. They lost their all the horses, the palkis, all the beautiful things that they had. They lost their big house. So in this picture, you can see they are leaving just with one bundle of clothes. That is all that they owned. And Lalaji had to get a job. So he got a job in the district collector's office. And he was the chief clerk of records. So what does this person do? The chief clerk of records, what is his job? He has to maintain files and he has to maintain letters and documents of everything that's happening in the office. So that was his job. And Lalaji was very good in his job. He was very sincere and he was a very hard worker. And after 1 month of hard work, how much salary did he get in those days? He got 10 rupees. Can you imagine? 10 rupees. And in those 10 rupees, Lalaji used to take care of his family. And he had a very big family of 7 children he had. And he used to provide for all of them. So they were poor. And if you can see, they used to at night, sometimes when it used to be very, very, very cold, they used to have one blanket. And in that one blanket, all of them used to scrunch up and sleep. And that blanket was not a nice, big, cozy, soft blanket like all of us have when it's feeling cold. This blanket was very thin and torn. And they all used to, squeeze into that one blanket and sleep. So that is what their condition had become. They had really become very poor. But even then, their hearts were open and they always used to welcome any guest who used to come at home, and they would never stop helping anybody. So they had a very open and welcoming heart. So here in this picture, you can see Lalaji's youngest daughter is serving the satsangis and the people who used to come to Lalaji's house. See, Lalaji, whatever teachings he taught us, he practiced them by himself first. He didn't just tell us to do something and he never used to practice. No, whatever he tells us to do, he has practiced it. He has lived it. And over here, I have picked 5 teachings. He has taught us lots of things, but I have picked 5 teachings. And now what I want you to do is put your listening ears on really carefully and listen to these 5 teachings that I will read out. From these 5 teachings, I want you to pick one that you think you need to practice. Okay, so you have to pick one and really, really make a promise to Lalaji that I will practice this teaching and I will make sure that I master it. Okay, so listen very carefully. The first one, everyone should respect others. That means we should not disrespect anybody. The second one, the question of high and low should not arise. In our hearts or in our minds, we should not think that, oh, I am better than this person, or no, I am much more greater than this person. Should not think like that. The third teaching, do not purchase a new thing if you can manage to carry on with your old belongings. So if you have clothes, don't buy new clothes. If you have lots of toys, don't buy more toys, right? We should not indulge in unnecessary argumentation and useless criticism. This person did this to me. She's a bad person. She's very rude. I don't like her. I don't want to. We shouldn't criticize anybody. Lalaji says you should not argue and we should not criticize anyone. And if you find fault in anybody, pray for his freedom from it. Nobody is perfect. I am not perfect. None of us are perfect, right? So the others are also not perfect. So if you find some fault, instead of criticizing and getting angry at them, we should pray for them. That is what Lalaji says. So just very quietly think about one teaching that you want to practice. You can write it in your diary and make a promise that I will practice this teaching from today onwards. Yeah. Like for me, I feel like I need to practice the third teaching. That is what I need to do. And I promise to do that. So all of you also make a mental note of the teachings.
So
Now there was, yeah.
there is something that I would like to share. All the 5 teachings, there's an activity for all of us now. Just write down one teaching of your choice that you want to follow, and we'll tell you what's the activity at the end. Just note it down.
Wow. Sounds so exciting. Okay. Let's do that. So you can note it down.
So have you all noted it down?
We can also,
No.
I'll also copy paste it and put it in the chat box if you want to.
Or we can show it at the end as well. Let's give 30 seconds and then.
Yeah.
Any one teaching that you feel that, yes, this is something that I'm going to do this year. I'm going to follow.
Yes.
Okay. So shall we move ahead?
We'll show the slide once again in the end.
Yes.
Because I am very eager to share this story. Because when I first read it, I was amazed and shocked and in awe. So, do you want to know this incident? This happened in Lalaji's office. One day, the boss called him and told him, Chaudhary, his boss used to call him Chaudhary. He says, Chaudhary, the commissioner is going to come. The big boss is going to come. And he is going to come to see if everything in the office is happening properly. And he will want to see your files. So be ready. I'm letting you know. Tomorrow he is coming. Lalaji said, yes, Huzur, I'll be ready. And when it was time to go home, Lalaji went home. When he went home, he saw that he had a lot of satsangis who had come. Lots of people used to come to his house to learn about God, to learn meditation, to learn spirituality. And that was Lalaji's true calling. And he used to love doing that. So you can see over here, Lalaji is so engrossed in sharing and in spreading the name of God. And that day at night, they all were so busy, they slept late and they stayed back in Lalaji's house that night, all the satsangis. And in the morning also, they woke up early. And Lalaji also always used to wake up early. He never used to sleep after sunrise, Lalaji. So then he woke up early, and then since morning, again, they got engrossed in talking about God, engrossed in talking about spirituality, engrossed in doing meditation. And Lalaji completely forgot that it was office and it was inspection day and the big boss was coming to see the records. Every day, Lalaji used to be in office at 10 o'clock because that's when the office used to start. He was never late. But that day, what happened? He forgot 10 o'clock ho gaya and went. He forgot he was still busy talking about God. 11 o'clock went, 12 o'clock went by, and at 1 o'clock, suddenly he remembered. He's like, inspection day. I didn't go to office. I have to be in office. What's going to happen? He was very, very worried. And he ran to office. And when he ran to office, he went and he asked his colleague over here. You can see Lalaji's like, what happened? I was not there. Is the commissioner very angry? How did the inspection go? Oh my God, what is my boss going to say? I'm sure he's going to tell me to leave the job. Oh, what have I done? I'm never do that. I'm always on time. How did I forget this time? Lalaji was very worried. And then his colleague, if you can see in the picture, he's saying, what are you talking about, Chaudhary? The commissioner came and he asked for lots of files, and you used to run and get the correct file every time from the records room. You were so good, and the commissioner was so happy, and he went back very satisfied. So if you can see in the picture also, the commissioner is also smiling. See, he's sitting on the chair, he's also smiling. He was very happy. He's saying inspection went very well, and you were there. Why are you talking like this now? Why are you behaving? Are you trying to joke with me, huh? Don't do these kinds of jokes with me. And when Lalaji heard this, he was like, I was there? And he was shocked. And then he realized what had happened, that God himself had come down to help Lalaji when he really needed it. And this incident left such an impression on Lalaji's heart that the next day, Lalaji resigned from his work. He told his boss that he can no longer work because now he wanted to spend all his time in teaching and learning about God realization. He wanted to do only and only that. And that is what Lalaji did, right? Lalaji rediscovered the art of yogic transmission that was lost, and Lalaji rediscovered it. And that is the unique feature of heartfulness, the unique feature of our heartfulness meditation. And it was a gift, it's a blessing from Lalaji. We have it because of him, because he discovered it, rediscovered it for all of us. Isn't that beautiful? Now, before we close this session, I have one last question for all of you. What was Lalaji's favorite song? Can you tell me? What was his favorite song? Any guesses? No guesses? Okay. So I will play the song for you, okay? Are you ready? I'm going to play it for all of you. Listen carefully.
प्रभु जी मोरे अवगुण चित न धरो प्रभु जी मोरे अवगुण चित न धरो समदर्शी है नाम तिहारो समदर्शी है नाम तिहारो चाहो तो पार करो प्रभु जी मोरे अवगुण चित न धरो प्रभु जी मोरे अवगुण चित न धरो.
Isn't that such a nice song? It's become my favorite song also. Every time when I listen to it, I feel so calm and I want to listen to it again and again. So, Prabhuji More Avgun Chit Na Karo. This was his favorite song. And when we get hurt, what do we say? What voice comes out from our mouth? Ow! Ouch! Isn't it? When Lalaji used to, when Lalaji was ill, he had stomach infection. He had liver infection in his liver, and it used to hurt a lot. But he never used to say, oh, it's hurting. Oh, he never used to ground. You know what he used to do? Instead, he used to sing. He used to say, why should I take out sounds that have no meaning? I will sing in the name of God when I am in pain. And that's what Lalaji did. And his Mahasamadhi happened on the 14th of August. That's how he passed away. So he left us on 14th of August. So you can see, this is a picture of Lalaji's Mahasamadhi. And this is also a real photograph. So you can see Lalaji sitting right in the middle. He has a shawl around himself. He's sitting in the middle here. And when he had to go out and dress up, you can see he's wearing these nice trousers and a nice long jacket. And before we go, one trivia question was, what was Lalaji's favorite book? Think about it. Because we all know this because of the book that he wrote, right? And books give us a lot of knowledge, and Lalaji used to love reading books. And one of his favorite books that Daji also talks about a lot, and Daji has also asked all of us to read, is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. He used to really, really admire this book. So that's all from me. Thank you, all of you, for being such beautiful audience and listening to me with so much attention. And I really enjoyed spending time with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Didi. Thanks a lot. It was such a wonderful description of Lalaji's life. I mean, I have watched the story of Lalaji's life, the movie that was made, but this was something very different. The pictures were so colorful and depictive. I mean, this is going to stay with me for a very, very long time. Thank you for sharing this. But little ones, do you know from where did we get these pictures? Rimi Didi, would you like to share that?
Yes, Rati, of course. Children, you have listened to this beautiful story of Lalaji. And you might be thinking from where we found this lovely story. We found this story from the book, The Story of Divine Revolution. Let me show the book. Wait. This is the book, The Story of Divine Revolution. And I advise all of you to read this book. And if you don't have this book, please tell your parents and they will arrange it for you. So all of you read to this book. Okay? Okay, children.
Thank you, Didi.
Thank you, Rati.
So, after this wonderful, lovely story of Lalaji, it's the time for prasad offering. And for that, I would like to invite Indu Didi. Hello, Didi.
Hello, Rati. How are you?
I'm good, Didi. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good too. Hello, all the lovely children. We enjoyed watching Lalaji's movie. Now, time for prasad. So, you can take your mama's help and get it something which you love to eat from your kitchen. Go and get it. We will wait for you.
You can get anything that is
Anything
available.
like fruits, biscuits, nuts, whatever you like, you can bring that. You can place this food in front of you.
Didi, I think we should wait for some
Okay,
time.
for 1-2 minutes. Okay, we'll wait for them.
Okay, so are we all ready? Please let us know in the chat box, or you can even show us thumbs up. Priyanka is ready. Okay, Punnu is also ready. I'm also ready. Prapu, are you ready? So Vandana seems to be ready as well. Yes, Vandana?
Okay, all ready?
Okay, so we can start.
Okay. Now we can close your eyes and join your hands and keep smile on your face. And pray to Lalaji Maharaj that bless this food and shower your grace on us always. We will remain silent for a few moments. Now, gently, you can open your eyes. And a small bite from your prasad. And you can share this prasad with everyone in your house after this event. Prasad nourish our mind and soul. And we should always pray before every meal so it can become prasad for us. Thank you so much. And over to Ratil.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you for concluding this session very, very beautifully. So we all enjoyed your company thoroughly. It was great being with all of you. And I hope all of you little ones enjoyed and had the same kind of experience. So our volunteers, anybody would like to share something? Indu Didi, would you like to share something?
I think we really want to know from the kids what they want to really want from us from in the future, whether it's art activities,
Oh,
stories, or
okay.
anything apart from that.
So everyone, please feel free to tell us what would you like to have in future? What kind of activity would you like to have in future? I'm going to unmute all of you. And you can share it. Yes, Priyanka?
मैम अभी मैंने सोचा तो है नहीं.
अब सोच लो.
Experiments.
Experiments. Okay. Okay, Prapu, we'll try to do that. So we would love to hear from you, your feedback. How was the session? Did you like it? Did you not like it? The best part you found about the session, the meditation, the story of Lalaji or Prasad offering. What did you like the most? Any kind of feedback?
It was nice.
Okay. Thank you, Parth. Priyanka, you're on mute.
मैम दीदी मुझे ना सब कुछ अच्छा लगा.
अच्छा, सब अच्छा लगा?
हाँ.
ठीक है. Thank you. So thank you, everyone.
I also felt good and learning about Lalaji's life.
Okay, that's great, Punu. So it's the time when we are going to conclude the session. So on the count of 3, we'll all say bye-bye to each other and end the session, right? So 3, 2, and 1. Bye-bye.
All of you, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, children.
Okay, ma'am. Bye.